Peace family, and welcome to our first weekly affirmation video. You asked for it last Tuesday. I always listen to my subscribers. We go live every Tuesday for Tarot Tuesday. Last week, y'all were like, hey, we missed those affirmation videos. So here they are. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because this family is all about self-improvement and being better than you were the day before. Okay, so if you were rocking with me back in January, you know that I took one of my tarot decks that I don't really use that often, and I wrote affirmations on each and every individual card, and I wrote them from my mind. Okay, so they're extra powerful, a little bit of my magic shared with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. To ask the angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, all those who are here for the highest good of all involved, help us to see which affirmation or affirmations, if you're lucky, more than one card might come out, which affirmations are best for us to use at this time to help us to overcome whatever obstacles and challenges that we might face. Bless us with a message of peace, of encouragement, because we need it. What do we need to know this week? I'm not going to put a date on these videos because I would love it if you can come back to them, or if you see them at months after this video has been posted, the message can still be relevant, okay? All right. The card that came out for us is the Eight of Swords, and I think that is pretty fitting considering the climate of our society at this time of our world. A lot of us are feeling this Eight of Swords energy. We're fearful or afraid or uncertain. We don't know how to move forward or when to move forward. Many of us are being plagued by our minds, by our anxiety, and by the looping that can kind of go on and on and on when we continue to buy into fear-based thinking. If you've been watching the news a lot, I would suggest maybe turning it off for a day, for a couple hours, so that you can remove yourself from this energy of powerlessness. If you look at her, she is so disempowered, and she's not even held captive by anyone else. There's no one else here, it's just her. Her own thoughts have kept her so stuck and so stagnant and so afraid that she can't move forward, even though nothing is stopping her. So I would love it if each and every one of you kind of applied this to your own life. In what aspects of your life are you behaving like this Eight of Swords? What part of your life are you allowing to control you? What fears and thoughts and beliefs about yourself or about the world or about other people, which ones of those can you trade out? Which ones of those have created some sort of cage around you? It's probably time for you to re-examine the things that you're thinking and replace them, like we're doing now, with something more positive, with something that can serve you a whole lot better. This is disempowerment. This is what it looks like. And we're not about that life here. We have the power. We are master manifestors. We get to choose how we show up in the world. We get to choose our thoughts. Yeah, there's thoughts that play in loops in there sometimes, but once we notice those thoughts, we can choose to replace them with something different. And at first, it does take a lot of practice. You are going to constantly be repeating new thoughts in your mind. But over time, just like, working out at the gym, over time, your muscles get stronger. The workouts don't seem as tough anymore. And that's the same thing with using affirmations. At first, it might not seem like anything is happening, but over time, you will see much bigger results, okay? So let's go ahead and look at our affirmation on the back. It says, I free myself from the bondage of fear and negativity by developing my spirituality. Ooh, I could not have chosen a better affirmation to start off with. Let's read it together 2 more times. Affirmations work when you read them over and over again, okay? So here we go. I free myself from the bondage of fear and negativity by developing my spirituality. I free myself from the bondage of fear and negativity by developing my spirituality. So due to what's going on in the world, a lot of us are not at work. A lot of us, our hours have been cut. We have a lot more free time, and it's perfect because now you can develop your spirituality. Okay, you can do those things that you've been saying you don't have time to do. You can begin to incorporate rituals into your morning. Maybe now you don't have to get to work right at 6, 7, 8. You can wake up and get your journal out. Write down your dreams in your journal. Write down your intentions in your journal. You can be more mindful about the moon. Get a moon calendar and figure out at least when the full moon and the new moons are, and begin working with those. If affirmations are your jam, then here you go. You have an affirmation that you can write down in your journal. You can put it in your phone. You can write it out, put it on your fridge, put it in a collage. There's lots of things that you can do to begin developing your spirituality with this extra free time that you have, okay? One last time, I free myself from the bondage of fear and negativity by developing my spirituality. I love you guys so much, and I am expecting to see some comments down below about what you think about this affirmation, how you're going to use it, what you've been doing to develop your spirituality while you're at home quarantined, or what you will begin doing. Let's start a conversation. Let's be here for each other. Let's support each other. Anyone watching this video, we at least know, hey, they are at least somewhat interested in spiritual development, in becoming a better person than they were yesterday. So let's make it a thing. Put your experiences down below. Make sure that you subscribe. I have recently started a podcast. It's called Lover Goddess, where I talk about all things sexuality, self-love, and the divine feminine. Okay, I have episodes up there about losing my virginity, and I would love it if you would send in your submissions. I think it's important to talk about sexuality to empower ourselves and our bodies, and just to feel better about it. Sex is super taboo and it doesn't make sense to me. So I have an episode about that. I have an episode about following your truth. And I, of course, am down for any and all suggestions for future episodes. So if you are interested in that podcast, click the link below. Let me know what you think. I spill all the beans. I tell you all of my secrets. And I'm still really hoping that my mom doesn't listen to it. But if she does, great. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great week. Visit my shop. I'm putting some new cool things in there. For instance, this Lover Goddess pendant to help attract wealth, abundance, and love. I'm making some protection keychains. I've got some goddess bath tea I'm working on, like right back over there. You can't see it. Lots of cool things. I'm really inspired, and I want to provide you with things to help you feel inspired and peaceful and empowered. So I love you, and I will see you tomorrow for Tarot Tuesday, if you're watching this on Monday. If not, I'll see you in another video, or on a podcast, or on Instagram or Facebook, all of that. I love you. Bye.